Okay, so welcome to this week's episode of This Is Not a Joke podcast with myself, Philip Steels and Heidi Stemp. Absent today is Terry Markey, but we still have the driver of the group, which is Niall Cawley, and we have a special guest today. The guest today is none other than Peter French Toast Cassidy.
Woo! Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me.
You're very, very welcome, Peter. We're delighted to have you on here. Me, you, Heidi, and all of this paraphernalia that's in front of us, which we'll get to in a little while.
Brilliant.
Do you want to give a wee introduction about yourself, Peter? Not that you need it.
So I've been on the sex offenders list for 5 years now. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. So I am Peter Cassidy, and I played French Toast O'Toole in the Hardy books. So we had a TV show. And we had a movie, and it started on YouTube. And we do comedy. Us guys do comedy together from time to time as well.
Yeah.
And we started a spin-off from the Hardy Books, 3 books left with Cowboy Kelly. And we do gigs around the place. So, yeah.
Deadly. We were fortunate enough to do gigs with you. And it's funny because we done them in Coolani and little places like that.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was nice and intimate, yeah. And I think we first met at Wild Roots. Was it Wild Roots?
Yes, it was Wild Roots.
Wild Roots, yeah. That was good crack.
The way we met was nice, I think.
Yeah.
That we were on after you. We were luckier than ye because we got to do our set and you got drowned out.
Yes. And we were supposed to do 2 nights, but it just didn't. The setup wasn't great. We were competing with the main stage and everything. Do you know what I mean? It should be its own separate kind of tent a good bit away, I think.
Yeah.
But it could be something to work in the future. Do you know what I mean? It could work in the future.
Yeah.
But it was good crack. I didn't actually get to see your set because I had to go. I had to work the next day. So.
Yeah,
that's what they all say. Yeah, that's what they all say. Yeah, crack being the operative word, I think, when it comes to Peter's set, because all I remember was seeing him in these tiny, nothing left to the imagination, gold shorts.
Yeah, they were.
And I thought, oh my God.
They were sprayed on, all right. You could see Fagin in the two Malays, to say the least. But yeah, no, I usually used to, because of COVID and stuff, I used to come out with a face mask around my genitalia and just run around the place and jump on people's faces.
Really?
On faces and stuff. But like, fuck it, COVID's gone now. You can't do that. So I have something else I do now. Do you know what I mean? So, but I don't want to ruin it. You have to come You have to come to a show. You have to come to a show.
What I will say about that, and I remember, is that tent was empty until you jumped out and started warming up, and people just started coming out of. And I remember saying to myself, we'll just keep him on to warm up our acts. We'll throw him €50.
It was a hard spot though. It was hard. It was a funny location. Do you know what I mean? It was a funny location, but it's a good thing to have comedy. Do you know what I mean? In a festival like that, a big festival like that. Do you know what I mean?
You'd wonder, would that be better off down the other side, down there where they had like the Aperol tent and all. Yeah. Do you know, or would it be?
Do you remember they had that kind of dystopian kind of metal shit where people were dressed up as like?
Oh, they were
the Motley Crue
steampunk.
Steampunk. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
No, they were called the something dogs. Oh, what's the name of them again?
They were brilliant.
They were deadly.
They were brilliant.
They were like the main part of that. They were going around and like they were 100% dedicated as well.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they're really in character, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Motley Crew. It was good crack. It was good crack.
The toxic dogs or something.
Toxic dogs. That's what it was called.
Now what it was.
Toxic dogs.
They're very, very good. Niall might be even able to pull a picture of them there, like momentarily. We'll give him 2 minutes on that there, Niall.
Niall has got the toughest job. We just have to talk shite. Niall has the toughest job.
We want to see these toxic dogs actually. Give them a shout out because I just think the effort that they made. There was one guy goes around. I'm going to give you a funny story about it. It wasn't this Wild Roots as the last one. This one guy goes around and he's able to guess your sins by looking at you.
Oh wow.
So he comes around and I have a few drinks on me and I'm there at the time with a couple of the lads and I said, can I get a photo with you? And he goes, yeah. And I took my glass off and he said, and your sin is vanity.
Very good.
Straight off the bat. And I was like, well, fuck you.
That's them there, yeah. They were brilliant.
The boys, look at them.
They were brilliant, yeah. It's great. And what's their stick? Did they do that around the country or did they go to regular gigs? Or
I don't know, but all I know is they put that's the guy there. That's the guy who's like, and your sin is vanity. I don't know what they do. It's an awful lot of effort that they put in. I'm sure.
Brilliant. They must be in prop design or set design or something, because if they're not, they should be. Hire them.
They're all. I'd say they probably jump into parades and different stuff. Definitely around Halloween, I'd say.
Yeah.
They're very good, aren't they?
Yeah, they are really good. Peter, what is on the list for you personally in terms of your upcoming gigs? Ones that you're excited about, or can you tell?
Yeah, no, we can tell. It's my buddy that usually books the gigs, Stephen Cowboy Kelly. So I usually just come along for the crack. But he's doing a lot of gigs with a lad called Alan Clark. So Alan Clark has got a podcast.
Yeah. Stephen is like the Kean Egan of the group. He's the money man, isn't he?
Yes.
Isn't he?
He's the
no offense, he's the brains like.
The only thing is that Stephen has much better beard than Kean Egan. His facial hair is just my dear God.
He is like, he's
a funny fucker. He's a funny fucker. But so he's doing a lot of gigs with him, and it's a podcast, and I think he does like a few minutes comedy, and he's got a load of special guests in. But we're doing a show on the 30th of December in Claremorris, the Claremorris Town Hall, I think it is. We've got a few booked in the new year as well. We were in Mallow in April, I think it is, 21st of April or something like that, Mallow in Hibernian Hotel there. There's the only ones I can think off the top of my head. And we're in Sligo with the Comedy Club, the Sligo Comedy Club, once a month. It's once a month in McGlynn's.
Down in McGlynn's,
McGlynn's, And I have a farm as well, a Good Guys Organic Farm. If you're knocking around Sligo, Mullaghmore area, call up and I'll make you tea. And we probably have fuck all vegetables because we're not organised, but we're there for the crack and us. So that's all the gigs at the minute, I think.
Tell us about Good Guys quickly again. So I know you just touched on it, but don't be humble. Get it out there.
So I was working as a surf instructor in the Donegal Adventure Centre, and there was about
ladies, don't all line up at once.
there was like 50 kids in, and it was just when COVID was hitting. And people were like, "Oh, there's going to be a lockdown. It's going to be lockdown." And I was like, "There's not going to be lockdown. It's bollocks." Do you know what I mean? And it was like some sort of zombie apocalypse, because people were coming up to me and they were like, "Fucking hell, man, there's going to be a lockdown. It's fucking. I heard it. Fucking. If you get COVID, you won't be able to have an erection for fucking a month." There's weird shit like. Do you know what I mean? You don't know. Do you know? You just it's going to fuck you up, man. It's gonna. There we are. Yes.
There we are. Woohoo.
There we are. Yes.
Good Guys Organic.
There I am. Yeah. Fucking hell. Lines of despair in my forehead there. Look.
Who's that handsome chap with you holding
that's my buddy Owen Guilfoyle, Guilfoyle. So that's our produce,
And this is all your own apple juice and your jams?
No, we're at a market there. So other people have Cliftoney Market. So all the veg is ours.
Oh, is that in Cliftoney, is it?
That's in Cliftoney, yeah.
That's where my young lad is. That's where my young lad is. And he's actual baby mama. My young lad's mum does be at that market as well, doing a few bits and pieces.
So we just dropped the stuff. It's a great market, actually. Yeah,
you can't get away. So sorry, but you can't get away with the phrase "baby mama."
You're not black.
Sorry,
you're not black.
Interrupting you, Peter. But this is something that needs addressing.
I'm not black. Hang on a second.
It was just the way he dropped it. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize another left.
Very good.
Enough of the jokes.
Yeah. But anyways, sorry,
Peter. Back
to the farm.
So the farm, we have a farm shop there, receptionist. So call up if you're knocking around.
And is it's a farm shop as part of a bigger farm? Or?
So there used to be a farm there before called Tatty Hoker, which is Scotch Gaelic for potato picker, I think.
Okay.
And so there was a man, Aidan Gillen, that was running the farm. And then I was working in the Adventure Centre, and it all closed because of the fucking apocalyptic fucking COVID virus, and that affects erections, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you have a big willy if you can't get it up.
Scam.
But what you call it? Yeah. So I went doing an organic course, and because I was on the super dole, the COVID dole.
Yeah, nothing like it.
Which was brilliant.
Accelerated payments.
Yes, exactly. And I went doing a course in the organic centre in Ross Inver. That was a year long. And then I went volunteering at this guy's farm, and then he was retiring. He was like, "Do you want to lease the farm, bit of the farm?" So we're doing that since. But it's a lot of hard work. Do you know what I mean? And it's fucking backbreaking. But people are saying you should work smarter, but you just have to figure out how to work smarter. That's the thing. I've got a buddy of mine that's like, "You just got to be fucking smarter about it, Peter." I'm like, It's all good and well saying be smarter about it, but how do you actually be smarter about something? Do you know? But we're getting there.
Good stuff.
It's nice to be outside, you know.
Good stuff.
You know?
It's a hell of... Sorry for interrupting you. It's a hell of a dichotomy, sort of organic farming and stand-up comedy.
It is a bit different, and it's good at the time being. It's good yin and yang. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, it's a good yin and yang. I used to work as a care assistant as well, and that was a good yin and yang. But it's
you've
good.
done a lot of different things then.
A lot of different things, a lot of different jobs, a lot of different jobs, So you never know.
That's diversity. That's being dynamic. That's adaptability. So if you were to describe yourself in 3 words, Peter. I've given you them already, but go ahead. This isn't contrived.
I don't know. Resilient, perfect dose of ignorance when I need to be, and very, very messy. Yeah. Unorganized mess, but chaos as well.
Yeah.
A whimsical fool.
Brings us nicely to our logo.
Yes. I like your logo. It's very good.
Do you like that?
Good. It feels weird wearing the earphones. I tell you, it feels like...
Yeah, you can take them off if you like. You don't have to put them on.
Yeah, it feels like I hear like spirits from another realm.
Is it not nice having me in your ear?
Oh, it's beautiful having you in my ear. So but I know I'm barking up the wrong tree.
It's been a while, Peter. I'm not going to lie, okay? It's been a while. I'm about to tuck in the pigs in blankets, so do you know what I mean? If you wrap yours up, you know what I mean? You might have a chance.
Fair enough. We'll talk about the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, just because the candy wrapper is wrinkled doesn't mean it's not going to be sweet, Peter.
You leave Peter's sweet well enough alone and talk about wrinkles. You leave him well enough alone.
I don't know where it's going. It took a funny turn there.
Jesus. Terry, you realise Terry, our absent friend and colleague, is going to be looking at this going, Jesus, we invited an award-winning, wonderful, famous comedian and he gets insulted that he has a wrinkled willy. I mean, for God's sake.
Yeah, you forgot the man that was on the cinema. He's the first man on the podcast that they've been on the cinema.
Exactly.
In the cinema. Yeah.
Exactly.
And it wasn't Crime Watch. Yeah.
I think Peter deserves an apology.
I'm very sorry, Peter.
I'm okay.
About the wrinkled wrapper, because we know well it's tough.
Rock solid.
It's rock solid.
It's like an eclair. It's like a chocolate eclair. You just give it, hard on the outside, but then you suck it, and then it eventually melts in your mouth. Or
proposing to me that this
pretty much, pretty much, yeah. It was. Yeah, this is totally God's zone.
The podcast just bought my cock for half an hour. Oh God! Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Okay, are you living in Sligo now?
This is the funny thing. I'm living towards Bundoran. I live in Leitrim, but I'm 10 minutes from Bundoran and I'm 10 minutes from Sligo. So I'm in that no man's land of Tullahan, North Leitrim, which is the shortest coastline. And they were very pissed off they weren't on the Wild Atlantic Way. But I think they've fixed that now. I think they are on the Wild Atlantic Way now. It's the shortest coastline in Ireland.
It is. Apparently there's a rumour about that. I don't believe it's true.
What?
That didn't always belong there, but that in order to get the coastal grants, they carved that wee bit out for themselves, entitled them to have a coast. That could
They actually carved the coast out.
They went, that's our part there.
They just carved it out.
Well, they invaded it.
With shovels.
They invaded it. They invaded that part of Sligo, Donegal, like, that's ours.
Maybe. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot. It is a beautiful spot. Some serious waves there as well.
And do you feel like a blow in there?
Do I feel like a blow? No, not really. I kind of just do my own thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. It's hard.
But blow, that's a funny concept of blow in, isn't it?
It just made me think of actually that video that we were looking at from one of your episodes. Actually, there was a very, very funny, a funny scene
from the Hardy books.
A funny scene, yeah. Maybe Niall might swing that one up, and it was actually I was in stitches at it earlier on. Stitches at it. This is
Hardy books. Okay,
yes, this is Peter Cassidy's best.
You could be a man in my own heart. Now you're talking. I'm thinking so.
This is why the country is fucked.
I didn't.
Fucking big knobs, big swinging dicks like ye. coming in, ruining the country for small people.
Hold on, French Toast.
You've turned Simon into a minion, huh?
Yeah. Simon, don't you have to listen.
The research.
Jesus, I was young there.
How long ago would that have been?
There's no back tapping at all.
Just looking for the ball in the morning. Like.
That could have been...
Am I blowing? Yeah.
Shit, that could have been 10, 15 years ago, like.
Really?
Could have been 10 years ago, maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
There was some,
we found that and
there's some beautiful bits in that actually, and the other guys were brilliant acting. Do you know what I mean? The acting in that was brilliant from Michael Brown. Michael Brown actually does safe passes, and he played a guy that runs the safe pass, and he's supposed to be this corrupt business tycoon that's buying this land. Do you know what I mean? Then the other guys trying to make business deals, as you could tell from it. But it was. You were saying comedies in the life, but we didn't know it was going to be successful. It was like we were just like messing around.
Who came up with the thing of the Hardy books?
So it would have been. I suppose we kind of all came up with it, but it would have been originally. It would have been Mark Maloney and Chris Tordoff and probably Owen Colgan came up with it originally. They had a demo which was called A Tale of a Hardy Book. I think it's online someplace. And Martin, I don't know, was Martin pretending to be like, I don't know what he was pretending to be, like a hard man, and then Owen was and then Salmon. So they pick up a hitchhiker, and the whole plot is that Martin's car smells or something, and they put it on, and then we seen that, and I was traveling around Asia and stuff, and I came back with long hair, and they were doing a big longer demo, and Chris was in Ballyfermot at the time, studying media, and he was doing a project, and he brought a load of people down, and they brought a load of gear with them, but they brought too much fucking shit with them. Do you know what I mean? They had, just because they could use it, they were using it. They had too much stuff. We filmed a demo, and then I went living in Sweden, and we didn't think nothing of the demo, and it was about 10 episodes or 5 episodes in it, but there were, at that time on YouTube you could only put 10 minutes up. Yeah, and YouTube back in the day, you couldn't go more than 10 minutes, which was kind of good in a way because it made you edit it and made you be a bit more stricter. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Which is kind of long form now, but now it's 1 minute on social media. So then I went back to Sweden, and then I started getting recognized in the airport. People were like, Torstein, French Toast. I was like, what? And then it just started taking, snowballed, and then we entered a thing called Storyland. It was like an online competition, and you got commissioned to make something, and if you won it, you got to the next round. We ended up winning that. I think we won most of them every month. There was another show about like a video store. They bet us once, but like it was kind of unfair because we had a fan base already because it was online already. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And
you got the jump.
Then we got the jump on them. Yeah. Like the true Sligo way, do you know?
Yeah, no other way. Brown envelope here for you, son.
There you go. And so then we made a TV show, and the rest is history, do you know?
Wow.
Yeah. But they kind of fucked us with the TV show. We had a name for RT. We called them the Crack Nazis because they were shite crack.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. They were shite crack. They used to like cut so much of the juicy stuff out. Yeah. So the first episode is it's a bit kind of, it's almost like you came in the middle of a punchline. In some of them. Yeah. But that's the way I feel about it. But then the second episode kind of got our feet, you know what I mean? And the third episode, I think the third and the fourth is my favourite one, you know? Yeah. You know?
I'd say whatever was cut back then, there'll be double as cut now.
I was going to say, do you think it could be made now?
I think it could be made, yeah. And there's talk of us, not with RT, but there's talk of us doing something maybe in Easter time. Martin is writing something like, he's writing something about like pub stories or something. Where every character has a story, and then you go off and like a little enactment, you know what I mean? Which could be good. Yeah. Or we could do something different completely. Like I wanted them to kill off French Toast. Do you know what I mean? Like I wanted to die in a blaze of glory, like just like do you know what I mean? Like, but like the shit I wanted was like I wanted talking spiders and talking dogs and stuff. They were like, it's a mockumentary, man. You can't have that. It breaks the fourth wall. And I was like, but like 2 spiders walking up a sink, and one voice is mine, the other voice is somebody else. Oh, you get on, man. What's the crack? Stupid cutaways like that.
Yeah. You know? Animations of stuff.
Yes, animations just thrown in, or just silly stuff. Sillier the better. Yeah. But then people, if you're too silly or you're too, some people have like a closed wall. Some people don't like sci-fi. If something's anyway sci-fi at all, it could be a satire and something political. But if it's sci-fi, they don't like the genre, or somebody don't like stand-up comedy, won't watch any stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
So It's a funny one.
You're trying to get the mix right. It's hard to get the mix right to
It is.
please everybody.
It is.
And really and truly, I think doing anything, you have to find your target audience.
Yeah.
And when you find them and you have a bit of a following, you just want to build on it because you know you have something. But at the start, you don't know what you have.
Exactly.
And you're getting a lot of varied opinions coming in. And
Exactly.
You know.
And everybody's an expert.
Oh,
but nobody's doing it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys
yeah.
with the podcast.
You know what I'd do if I was you, do you? Tell you what I'd do, do you? I'd do it then. No, I didn't say I was going to do it. I said I'd tell you what to do.
Everybody is an expert. They're like, you know what you want to do? And I was like, oh, have you done this before? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but I think they mean well, though. They do mean well. They do mean well, you know.
They do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But Chris Tordoff we used to film like stuff for like, oh man, we used to film like 27 hours and he'd cut it down into like 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
From the 27 hours. So Tordoff, the editing, was like, the editor could make it, pardon my French, he could make a cunt of you or he could make you a hero.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know? Like we could edit this now and I could be a bad cunt, like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or, you know, or you could edit it in such a way where he's a bad fucker. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you know? It's amazing though. That's why you have to look at the news in a different way as well. That's why lots of stuff.
Very
lots of
interesting
stuff you have to
point.
think of different ways of looking at something, you know. Sorry, I'm going down a rabbit hole now.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Down a wormhole. Any other questions about that scene? So who was in that scene?
I want to know who your man is in it. He's like the father figure in it. He is funny.
He's brilliant. Yeah.
That fella.
He's brilliant.
Did he have a career
That's
afterwards?
Martin Maloney's uncle in real life.
He is
Yeah.
so funny.
If
There's
you-
there's a scene where they're all on a building site, and it's like, listen, we're on here now. The boys are here. Just take the money and go.
Yeah,
There's like
yeah,
a bribe going on,
yes,
but
yes,
it's
yes.
depicting Ireland in 2000 and
During the
year-
boom, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
No, just, you
So
know.
that's Eugene Maloney, yeah. He's an avid golfer and handballer and all-rounder. And he was Martin's uncle. He was Martin's uncle in real life. And we wanted him years ago, but he wasn't available. And, then
And
we
is
got
he an
him in.
actor?
No, he's not an actor, no.
He is
Yeah.
amazing.
He's very good, yeah.
He's a strong character.
He's very good, and Michael Brown is very good as well. And his I remember filming that. We weren't sure where it was going to go, and then we improv'd it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that. I'm not too sure was that the RT one or not, but they weren't too inclined.
Episode 9.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe it wasn't. No, because we'd only 6 episodes, I think, in the RT one. But they wouldn't let us improv. Do you know what I mean? Like, say if you do improv on stage.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine if you had to stick to a script when you're improving on stage. You know what I mean?
No.
It would take all the juiciness out of it.
Yeah.
You know. So that's what they kind of did. But sometimes you can improv and you could talk shite for ages. You know, and it
Yeah.
goes down a wormhole and it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
You know.
And when you done the film, when you made the film, the Hardy Bucks movie, how long did you spend on that? How long did that take?
So that took, I think it was 3 months. 3 months. 3 months filming. But then there was like another 6 months of post that I wasn't involved in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're the unsung heroes, really. Like,
Yeah.
this guy editing. I'm sure. Are you editing? yeah, that's the tough part. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's-
That's because you're going like this, like a
We
jigsaw. And I've done a small bit of it, but it's like, and then getting the sound sync up and grading. Like one of the lads had a big spot, and they spent a load of money trying to get rid of the spot in
Oh
post.
my God.
Because it was like a massive spot. And I was like, just pick the fucking spot. And he was like, no. We'll get it. And it cost like, a lot of the budget went on covering up your man's spot.
Fucking hell.
And then grading it. I never knew about grading. It's like certain movies have a certain tint
Yeah.
to create an atmosphere or a mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that costs a lot as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was about 3 months. We went from Ireland across Europe to watch Ireland playing the Euros in Poland. And they didn't win any game. But it kind of worked for the script as well. But it was great crack. It was mighty crack. You know what I mean?
Deadly.
It was great fun. It was.
Fun times. Would you say that was one of your most memorable moments from that era? Heading off to Poland.
That was good crack, yeah. What else? There was one in the series, The King of the Town. We win a trip to Ibiza, and there's a clip in it at the end where the credits are rolling, where I'm swimming in Ibiza with the leather jacket on and the hat. French Toast is in, you know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Do you know? So I know I was blessed. A perfect storm of people came together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like yourselves, you know what I mean, doing the comedy, a perfect storm come together, and you know when you're in the flow, it's going.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get that.
Yeah, I can say that when we come into the club. Me and Heidi are only in the club. Are we less than a year?
11 months, yeah.
11 months. Well,
Brilliant.
We
I
came
thought
in.
I thought you started it. You started it up.
Me and Heidi didn't start it. Well, no, we decided. Was it that we named it the Sligo Comedy Club after?
Yes, so the guys were already... They were already a group as such.
Okay, okay.
You know, Jay Starlipper,
Brian
Terry
Sexton.
Markey, Brian Sexton, Dara McKenna, and I think Julie Gillen was in it as well.
Yeah.
And they had already been, certainly pre-COVID, they had been very, very strong doing comedy as a troupe, I suppose is the best word.
Right, I get you.
But they didn't have a name.
Or a unified. There was different
yeah.
groups. There was there was 4 different groups, and when we met, we were like, let's just stick all this under one umbrella.
That's
here.
a good idea. Yeah,
Sligo Comedy Club.
That's a good
so
idea.
we got the logo. The logo was kind of the first thing.
That's
that
Heidi's
got.
doing. That you got the logo. You
Fair play.
got on the ball. You done that. That's a bit of work too.
Yeah, but
sounds
then,
easy, but
but then in fairness to Philip, you got us the Wild Roots gig.
yeah, which got us to Ye.
Yes,
Which got us like a chain effect of a lot of good gigs.
Well, that's the thing. If you don't go out, if you don't leave the house, nothing's going to happen. Like, do you know what I mean? Steven Spielberg isn't going to knock at the door. Like, do you know what I mean?
But it was
looking for milk or something.
It really was incredible because Philip, I remember we had our WhatsApp group.
Yes.
And Philip comes on and sends a message going, I've been approached. You know, do we want to do Wild Roots?
100%, yeah.
And we were there going, yes is the answer, but you know, we were very green around the gills, but it is that thing of really say yes to anything and then worry about how you're going to do it afterwards.
Worry about the logistics after, But you should do videos as well. Do you do sketches? You should do sketches.
I think the boys were very good at that. Brian and Terry
Brian and Terry and Brian and Jay specifically. They're your sketch masters.
And just to touch on Brian, Brian's really good with the sci-fi stuff. So if anybody's listening to this podcast has an interest in sci-fi comedy, Brian Sexton, to me, he's just the most interested in it, and he's really good at. He's got
that web page. Is it a web page or is it a blog? It's a blog or a web page.
On Rin Ultra.
On Rin Ultra, he's a blog, he's a web page. He's really into it. He does his scripts and...
Yeah. He's almost like that writer that... What's the Third Policeman? Who wrote that? He's an Irish name. He did Third Policeman. He did some other thing. It's obscure. Like the Third Policeman, basically, the policeman turns into his bicycle. Like it was written years ago. I haven't read it. I've read bits of it, but like... Swim with Two Birds. He's kind of
Flann O'Brien.
Flann O'Brien, yeah.
Yes.
He's kind of like Flann O'Brien.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I couldn't think of his name. Yeah, but he's kind of like that, which is Monty Python on paper, almost
high energy.
Joan, yeah. But then on stage, it's high energy. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think
high energy.
You should definitely do video sketches as a group. You should do video sketches as a group. Because there's so much material there, especially with social media and everything. You know, there's so much. You should do it as a Sligo Comedy Club, video sketches. Yeah. You see Foyle, Hams and Hogg, they do their video sketches just to promote their gigs.
Yes.
You know?
Definitely need to take that advice on board.
Definitely. For 2000 and, what year is this? 2024, you should definitely do some sketches. You know what I mean?
Any other advice that you have for us?
Don't say baby mama ever again.
Oh my God. Well, Peter, on that note, I actually have a little present for you.
Fair enough.
Because now it is, as I'm sure that the viewers can see, it is of the festive season.
Yes.
And it would only be fitting that you have a terribly well wrapped.
Can I open it now? Or?
Yes, please.
Oh,
yes.
sorry. Yeah. It's like a brown envelope. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
It's
not one of those, trust me.
Or something. Oh.
So now it is.
Very good.
If you can hold it up to the camera, it is a penile decoration.
Oh, I thought it was an air freshener.
No.
I thought it was a fucking air freshener. I was hanging up in my car. I thought it was an air freshener.
No,
like
it's
sex wax or something.
No, it's a penile decoration, and I had to judge obviously the
That doesn't
relevant
look like a penis. There,
girth.
it's more like
No. What I
vulva.
mean, dearest, is you hang it around your penis. As a little decoration. I mean, it could also be put on a Christmas tree, but
Okay.
I would.
I'll send you a picture later on. So
Basically, yes. But I made sure that yours had a larger girth.
Okay.
You see.
You're being good to me there now, Heidi.
Phillips is slightly
smaller. Oh, fair enough.
Can I show it to the camera?
Yes.
So this one is mine, and this one is
Yes.
this one is French.
So my two favorite men can hang my logo from their penises.
Fair enough.
So which one's mine? Which one's
The smaller one, darling.
one?
The smaller one. No, that one.
Okay.
There we go. No, that's yours,
That's
dear.
for
That's
me,
yours.
is it?
Happy
Okay.
Christmas.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
Heidi. Thank
So,
you very much.
There we
Thank
go.
you very much. That's a lovely little addition. Yeah.
So there you go.
And
stuff.
in true Sligo fashion, we decided we would also gift you with something nice, like a token gesture. So we reached out to Love Sligo. They have the gift cards. These bad boys here.
Lovely Sligo. Wow.
Love Sligo. So this is a gift voucher. You can use this in a lot of shops. I want to say 150 that they've got on board, 180. But it's just a token gesture, and you can go down.
Oh, well,
and you can
guys,
get
you didn't have to do that.
something nice. No, that's just for
very
you, and a thanks for.
Thanks very much, guys. That's very nice.
Thanks for coming on.
Love Sligo. Okay.
Yeah, so Love Sligo. So just a little bit about that. That is a gift card that has listed a lot of businesses on it. There's a gentleman called Mark Cunningham in Sligo driving that, and so we have keeping money in the town.
Brilliant.
And as a matter of fact, this is what they've done. They've set that up through BID Sligo Business Improvement District, and they're not taking commission because that would normally be
Okay, like the one for all vouchers, they take a commission.
They're
Yes.
not taking commission, which
That's
means
brilliant.
that the shop owner gets back.
Brilliant.
Whatever you spend, that will that goes,
Brilliant.
and it's funded.
Sligo is a beautiful county. It should be. I think Mayo is the same. We're not good at. We're not like Kerry. Kerry. Every person from Kerry works for the tourist board. They're like, come to Kerry, bye. Do you know what I mean? Or Cork. Do you know what I mean? But Sligo is beautiful, and Sligo's improved a lot too. I remember missing a bus from Galway. And falling asleep on a bus. I was supposed to get off in Kilkelly, and I fell asleep on the bus, and I ended up in Sligo, and I rang one of my mates, and he was like, yeah, you can stay at my house. And we ended up taking sleeping tablets, and I was like, I sure might go read a book someplace in a park. And I went walking around. I was walking around where it's quite posh now, where the pizza places, there's a pizza, it's not Latin Quarter, it's
It used to be Italian Quarter.
Yeah, Italian Quarter, yes.
Yeah.
And I remember walking around there, and I had a book in my hand, and I was like, I'll read a book now. And I remember getting some lad goes up to me, and I can't do the Sligo accent like you can. He goes, have you got a fag, have you? I was like, no, I don't smoke.
Have you a fag?
That's exactly what it was. And he headbutted me. Boom. Headbutted me.
Holy
But I was
shit.
on so many sleeping tablets, I didn't even feel it. I didn't even feel it. I was like this. And I went back, and I said, I got headbutted. And he goes, welcome to Sligo, man. But come to Sligo, you won't get headbutted
I was
anymore.
going to say that's
It's changed now. It's changed now. You won't get. Yeah, no, it has changed. Is it?
You won't get headbutted.
You should put that on the tourist board.
I was gonna
Come
say,
to
yeah.
Sligo, you won't get headbutted.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be riding more than waves when you come here. You know?
That's very good. That's very good. That's very good. Very good.
Heidi, you've been quiet now. Come on. She's in awe of you.
Not
She's
at all.
in,
Not
she's
at all.
in awe of you.
She thinks I'm bigger than I am.
I know what I saw, Wild Roots. I know what I saw. But no, I'm actually genuinely fascinated by, like, you're coming out with anecdotes of, I went to visit Asia, I lived in Sweden, I was a surf instructor, and you genuinely seem to have lived a really fascinating life.
I suppose, yeah. I was.
He's not dead yet.
So when I try to fill this up, I might die.
Here's the RIP card we brought you.
There you go. Yeah, thanks. No, I like to travel. But I haven't done enough traveling now the last while. I'm kind of. idea that I'm like, I want to go off traveling, but then I'm kind of a bit of a home bird as well. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing like the crack at home too. Do you know what I mean? I often be traveling someplace and then you'd be like, fuck, did you see a man with the bicycle with like 500 kids on the side of the bike, and you're like, fuck, if there was somebody you could tell that to, you know what I mean? Or you'd often be traveling, you'd see somebody, or you tell a joke, and you'd be like, I'm telling a fucking great joke here now, and it's lost in translation. Do you know what I mean? Do you know? But
and did your, because you with Stephen Kelly earlier this year, you were in America.
We were in America. And,
oh yeah.
How
your tour?
Did it?
Oh, it was like, I thought I have to sign into rehab after. There was so much drinking. It was ridiculous. Like, but it was good fun. The first while it was good fun, but then afterwards it was like ridiculous amount of drinking. But
and did the jokes? Sorry for did the jokes translate?
So I did the bit where I come on with the COVID mask around my balls and willy, and the string broke.
Oh wow!
The string broke, and there was an old woman in the front row, and they had billed it as Irish comedy and music. Have your dinner and listen to Irish comedy and music. Trad songs and old stories from the old sod. And there's me coming out with a fucking mask around my balls.
Yeah. So watch the Cobra live in action.
so it's when you book Daniel O'Donnell and you get
yes.
Oh, Magella.
Yeah.
Just a wee minute here now while I whip my flute out for all these expats.
But majority were Irish Americans, and they're great crack. Do you know what I mean? They're great crack. Sometimes they're more Irish than the Irish themselves because they have to kind of embrace the Irishness because they're trying to keep that identity going, you know?
Were you in the Bronx, McLean Avenue, that area?
We were in the Bronx, New York and Boston.
Yonkers.
Mostly in Yonkers, mostly in New York. And then we went to Boston for like a night. Boston was great crack.
Love Boston.
Boston was great crack, yeah. Boston was like a big Galway or something.
Love it.
It was great crack.
Oh, it's a great spot.
You want to just the drinking just got out of hand. Yeah, I felt like French toast, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Do you know? But it was great fun, though. It was great fun. Great people, too. Great people.
Yeah, America's. And you know what's great about as well? Our airport, we've that pre-clearance. You go up there and pre-clearance for America.
It was difficult enough getting through clearance in Dublin Airport.
Was it?
Yeah, it was difficult enough. Actually, one of the lads, Martin, I might as well tell this story. Martin was going up and... we obviously were not the most organised people, and he hadn't the address of where he was staying, and he was a bit kind of jittery going up. And but no, we were doing a charity gig. That was the main reason we went over. And I said, "Don't mention the fucking gig. Don't mention the gig." Wow. And because we'd no visa, do you know what I mean?
Oh my God! Something you could really easily get caught.
Yeah. I said, "Don't mention the gig. Don't mention the gig."
Because you can tend to brag. Well, get over to the gig. I'm a musician. Look at me. I'm important.
Yeah.
Are you a musician guy? Yeah. You paying your taxes?
Have you got a visa?
Have you got a visa?
Have you got a work visa?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hang on, I backpedal. It's a charity. I meant charity.
No, but it was a charity gig. It was a charity because we were legit, and there was no tickets per se, and it was donation. You know, people. Yeah. It was for a man that passed away. He left his kids behind, and they were trying to help him pay his mortgage. And we went and they raised a lot of money, but Martin got dragged into, it's not customs, it's TSA, or he got dragged in and they brought him into a room and they were chatting to him. Yeah. And of course we'd done a gig in Monaghan the night before and we were wrecked. And he wasn't his youthful, vigorous self. You know, he'd be quite quick-witted, but he was like, He was putting his hand on the thing. He goes, "Your hand is shaking, sir. Have you got anything to hide? Your hand is shaking." And he's like, we're doing a gig. Who's doing a gig? And of course, I had like 2% left of my battery, and I was sending them the address where we were staying. But then I accidentally created like a WhatsApp group with me and him, and I was like, "What the fuck? How did that happen?" Do you know what I mean? And then he rang me, and then Steve went down, and then Steve got dragged into the room as well. Dublin Airport, they're strict in Dublin Airport. But
this is the pre-clearance side.
This is pre-clearance, yes.
They are very strict though. That's American. That's American soil. That's American soil. So it's like, "Hey guy."
Yeah, "Hey guy." They drag him into the room, and then they're ringing. They go, "Oh, we're in the room. And I was like, looking at the flight, going, "Fuck it. Will I go back out with them or sure? Or I'll go to America on my own." That's what I was thinking.
Very loyal of you, Peter.
There's no point in two of us getting caught in the room. You know, three of us. Do you know what I mean? And I was going to go, and then they came out. They came out like walking like fucking Westlife or something. You know what I mean? The wind blowing. You know, the cue change.
Yeah. And Stephen, just an announcement. We're after getting through this pre-clearance nonsense, and we're on to it to America.
But so we got there, and it was great crack. It was great crack. Yeah, it was good fun. Good fun. And Americans are so positive. The Americans are so positive. It's crazy. They haven't been bit by the bitterness and resentfulness of Irish people yet.
How would they? They just keep borrowing money they don't have.
That's it. They're like, you can do it. You can do it. You can believe in it. You believe in yourself. You can become a tree or a giant. Can I? Do you know what I mean? But they have such enthusiasm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember I was on a handball trip one time in America, college trip. One of the lads convinced these gang of Americans that there was no Tuesdays in Ireland. And it was just Pancake Tuesday. Just pancake. You serious, guys? There's no Tuesdays? I was like, yeah. Just pancake. Just pancake. Wow, your pancakes must be fucking special. Whew, yeah, they're fucking lethal, man. You know what I mean? No, crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying all Americans are like that. No.
Now
Jay will be onto us now. Jay will be onto us.
I was going to say, yeah.
Hey, I appreciate that comment.
Yeah.
Poor Jay. He's been mentioned on every podcast.
He has.
Jay has been consistently mentioned. And
have you got him on? Have you got him on the podcast?
Not yet.
We're going to have to.
Are you going to have to get him on? Yeah,
we're going to have to. Because he's a great character.
Yeah.
He's a great character. I wonder, would he come on as himself or would he come on as
Dog's Body?
Yeah.
He could come on as himself.
You see, but he would argue, Jay would argue that Jay is not Dog's Body and Dog's Body is not Jay.
They're separate.
It was actually quite funny. I know we keep going back to Wild Roost, but Dog's Body did nearly get in a fist fight with a teenager at Wild Roost.
A teenager?
Yes.
Why? Was there alcohol involved?
Yes.
There was beverages.
There really was. So it was. It wasn't the night that you played. It was the next night.
Oh, okay, we missed that one.
Yes. And myself, Julie Gillan was after me. Dara opened the night, Dara McKenna, and then Joe Fogarty.
Yeah, the legend.
Was second, okay? And MC for the night was Dog's Body.
Oh, very good. Yeah, he does MC very good.
Yes. But no more than the night you played, the tent wasn't the fullest.
Okay.
At the beginning, and because the weather had been so good and all, there was a lot of alcohol having been consumed by the people.
It was so hot too, as well. It was so hot. You get drunk really fast too because dehydrated.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And so Dog's Body started doing his thing, opening the set, and this red-headed chap came into the tent.
Not good in the sun either.
No, bless him, no. He had
Those Scandinavian jeans don't work for the sun.
Dear God Almighty, he had a big chip on his shoulder. But anyway, there was a group of them, and he was in with this group of. They must have been maybe between 18 and 22, I'd say.
Young lads, yeah.
They were young lads.
Zealous.
And
hungry for mischief.
Okay.
Hungry for something. But they picked the wrong dog to fight
so
with.
They
you know what I mean?
poked him with a dog.
And Jay was there doing his thing, and this red-headed guy goes, "You're not fucking funny."
Yeah, he was
something like that.
He was in character.
Okay.
You know,
yeah.
He was deep in character.
Yeah.
And they were like, they just broke his character, and he was like, because he went from like doing Dog's Body to. Right, that's fucking it.
Yeah. But
it's tough when people say that, though.
It's hard when you get put off.
It's tough when say. I remember doing a gig and some girl, it was my own fault in a way. Looking back, she was the only one that wasn't laughing, and she was sitting in the front row, and I said to her, "Everybody's enjoying the show apart from this woman." And there's more crack in a mask card or something. I said like this, and. Then it was my own fault. I shouldn't. It was going well. I picked her, and then she goes, "When is afterwards?" Then when the show went on a bit further, she went, "When is the comedy going to start?"
Yeah, like this. When is the comedy
going to start? Do you know what I mean? And she looked like somebody that wanted to die of cancer. Do you know what I mean? You know. Sorry. But
Niall is going to have quite the job editing this one, I think.
Yeah, you can't keep that in, no. So it only takes a while to warm up, and then you're like, why did we invite this lad onto the podcast? We thought he was going to be wholesome.
Oh, Jesus. Are you doing the Sligo Comedy Festival?
By the way, are you there in McLean? now. We're not doing it this month.
That's the farm coming along. Mamma mia.
Yeah, no, but she did look fucking miserable. Do you know what I mean? And you had to kind of pick on her, but I shouldn't have. I should have just kept it going. But I wanted her to enjoy the crack then as well. But that's a different story with Jay. They were actually deserved everything they got. This girl really didn't deserve it. It was just me being a bit overzealous. I tried to push the laughs too much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, I was too greedy for the jokes.
You got the pick. You got the pick. And
so what did Jay do to these guys? Was he outnumbered? No, he
he was outnumbered. Jesus Christ, there was about 7 of them.
Yeah, ripped.
And
were they? Yeah.
Ripped young lads.
Were they?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
And I was standing on the stage, and poor Joe was doing his set like the professional he is.
Yeah.
And these gobshites were over here just laughing, shouting, absolutely disrespecting, in fairness.
Yeah.
And Dog's Body had politely asked them to keep quiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
They basically gave the middle finger. And then it got to the point where Dog's Body reverted to Jay, and Jay storms down off
I
the
visioned
stage.
him with a top off for some reason. He didn't have a top off, no?
He had a vest.
Okay, yeah.
So he
a
was-
wife beater.
Okay.
Yes. I'm just looking at this scene playing out maybe 10 feet away from us.
Yeah.
Where these guys have now stood up. So there's about 7 of them standing up to this human dog going, "Look, lads, if you could just show a bit of respect." I know that I apologize in advance, Jay, that I can't do your accent, but it was just, can you just, show a bit of respect or just fuck up?
Yeah. He done it.
See that I don't blame the lads and I don't blame Jay. I blame the organisers for just segueing the comedy in there. Do you know what I mean? It should have been its own tint, and it should have been where the guys were the dogs. They had a lovely. There was the metal dudes.
The toxic dogs.
Toxic dogs. I'm not saying steal their area, but steal their area. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and have it in a separate, because them young fellas are just lads on the piss. Do you know what I mean?
And they're passing by.
And they're looking for somebody to have, And how did it end? How did it end then?
Well, luckily they
had sex with each other.
Left. No, thank God. No, there was no sex. Not that we know of anyway. Unless they did the doggy style.
Unless they did the doggy style.
There you go.
But no, luckily
big shoes to fill.
Absolutely.
You know what a fella says to I'm going to tell you a quick one, right? I was actually, this was in Cranmore, right? And there's a guy I know. Cranmore, Sham. The big tree. He was going in the front door, and he had a good looking wife, and some young fella said, "Hey, you're not bringing your wife with you today?" And he went, "Oh, she's at work." And he went, "Yeah, you're afraid to bring her around here in case she sees me." And this guy had a broken voice, and he turned around and he goes, "You can't put a nut where a bolt already was, son."
Very good.
Absolutely buried her. And he was standing at the wall with 4 other lads, and the boys broke their sides laughing, and they went, "You'll never come back from that."
Brilliant.
You can't put a nut where there was already a bolt.
That's fantastic. And as a lesbian, I actually have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure it's very, very funny.
I'd say we're probably coming near the end. I'd say.
What time? What else? Controversial shit can we say? Did we say controversial shit? No, I don't think we did. I think we kept it tame enough. It was wholesome.
Yeah.
No, we're okay.
It was wholesome.
I think we're all right.
Word was original.
You've got.
There's something very pedo about the word was original, lads.
Oh, these are. Do you know something about that? Right, they are disgusting. I'd actually suck my own granddad's cock just to get rid of the taste of that out of my mouth. They're absolutely rank. Would you like one?
On that note, yeah. Actually, I'm not too fond of the word. No, actually, I'm not. No, I'm going to find some granddad's cock outside. Suck that instead.
Can we interest you in a mince pie?
We need to try these, but
okay, cheers.
I have never had a mince pie.
You've never had a mince pie?
I've never had a mince pie. First time.
First time. They're not my thing either, so let's all try them together.
No, I'm not gone on them
What
either.
I
They're
wonder-
heartburn in a pie.
Well, I mean, it's better than Grandad's cock, isn't it? To be fair, do you know what I mean?
Depends on the granddad.
On the ground. I'm gonna joke.
Okay.
On Grandad's cock.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Merry
Sure.
Christmas, everyone. Merry
To
Christmas.
Thanks to Lidl.
To
Is this
Grandad. Yes, this is all thanks to Lidl. We got
Yeah.
some goodies thanks to
Yes,
Lidl.
we got all these thanks to Lidl.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. What's for dessert?
Grandma's vagina.
A finger? What's a baby's finger? Niall.
Actually, they're really
They're good.
nice.
They're good, yeah.
You sure?
They are really
Driving.
nice.
He's driving.
Oh God, I'm just going to give you a finger, Heidi, before you go.
I like this hat too.
Press the wee button there. You can see it there and turn it around.
Yes.
Press the wee button and stick it on your head.
Oh, turn it around the other way.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a Jaeger hat.
A Jaeger hat.
I think we need.
Very good. That's pretty good.
Isn't that good?
Lidl as well, no? No.
No, Lidl didn't
Okay,
supply
hang on.
them.
Go on.
We need to put our Christmas stuff on. I think. Philip, Christmas hat.
This was filmed in February.
Yes,
by the way.
absolutely.
It's
yes.
actually spring.
Yes,
Well,
no.
that
Here's
won't
some-
get annoying after a while.
Some.
Oh, you can press it off. Yeah, they're lovely. They're lovely.
They are really nice, actually.
Yeah.
Fuck, they are nice.
What we
Sorry,
do
my
need
language,
to,
by the way. Bad language.
You're right.
after sucking Grandad's cocks and wanting cancer, I think fuck.
I didn't say
Actually, they are really nice. Where's the cover of them?
Bailey's chocolate
But
twists.
what we do need to try is in the pink bag. They are pigs in blankets flavored.
Pigs and blankets. I'm sure
Crisps.
there's actually no actual bacon in them, is there?
Oh no, but let's give them a try.
Oh, what a nice Christmas selection, huh?
Christmas cake.
Here we go, Peter.
I just read the ingredients.
Have you got your pigs in blankets?
No, I'm going to try it
We
now.
only
Bacon,
try them here.
bacon and sausage flavoring. Okay, so they're not actually bacon. There's no bacon in them.
You're not vegan, are you?
Pescatarian. Sounds like I'm Protestant.
I was gonna
Sorry,
say.
you probably didn't hear that with all the rustling.
I think we're going to give it just while we're here. Then, sure, we must try the Christmas cake then. Mustn't
Christmas
we?
cake, yeah.
On a Union Jack plate.
On a Union Jack plate.
Yes, just for the controversy, we've a lovely Union Jack plate here. Why not?
Oh, and we have no expense spared here. I think we need to do a Christmas carol as well after this.
I
think we need to do a Christmas
I was
carol.
actually a bit
There we
hungry
go.
there now when I started eating. Jesus.
Good stuff, thanks guys.
Never put a chocolate finger in my mouth before.
That's a lie.
We've already covered.
I could tell you were lying straight away. Well, guys,
What's your plan for Christmas? Do you have any plans for
my
Christmas?
plan for Christmas is I just go back to Mayo. I go back to Mayo and just chill out for a few days. And then go back to the farm and feed the chickens. Yeah, we've got 69 chickens. 69 chickens. There's no joke there. There's no joke.
69
chickens. Yeah, they're the ladies of my life at the minute.
Aw.
Yeah. And we got a cat called Puka with no ears. Puka Bawn means white ghost in Irish. And she got no ears. She had to get her ears off because
bless
white
her.
cats have no pigment. And she got sunburned. So in the summertime, I have to put fucking sunscreen on her ears.
Seriously?
Yeah, especially cat sunscreen.
Oh,
And there's another cat there called fucking Cheeky Balls. So do you know anybody that wants a cat?
no.
No? You've had enough pussy.
I was going to say yes.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of pussy that I would be interested in, Peter.
The guys, this has been great.
Yes.
Thank
I
you very
think-
much.
Yes, and thank you for coming. Thank you.
You've lovely handwriting.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Just to say thanks to a few people then. First of all, thanks to Niall. Niall is our editor. He does a
Niall.
live editing here. Without him, it wouldn't be as good. And he goes through all the technical stuff we need to do. Thanks to Terry. Terry's not here, but he's fundamental in this whole
Brilliant.
podcast.
That's a load of bollocks, fundamental.
Oh, look, he rocks up. He does the jazz hands thing,
Bollocks,
right?
that is.
Terry does the jazz hands, but anyway.
I know it's the season of goodwill, but Yeah, I suppose we had better say thank you to Terry, in all honesty, because he is, the third musketeer.
There you go.
He is, and he's disappointed he couldn't be here. I know he is.
He is.
Really
In fact,
wanted to be
he
here.
is.
He's
He
good
is
crack
because mostly because he wanted to have the full of gluten mince pies.
There you go.
Because
There you go.
our Terry is, bless him, he is gluten intolerant.
Oh, is he?
He is.
Shit. And they're
He
gluten free,
is.
are they?
No.
Oh, they're not gluten free. Okay.
No. We would have most certainly poisoned him in some way.
Okay,
yeah.
If he came here.
Willingly.
You're not eating icing. No, that's the bit. No, you're not an icing man.
That's why he's emaciated over
Normally,
there.
yeah.
He's not eating his icing.
I pick around the sides,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
How's the running going?
Run's going great.
Yeah.
Run's going great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bunch
the
of
police hasn't
cross-countries.
caught him for like 6 months.
Haven't caught me yet. Well, look, people ask me, see, my young lad is a very avid runner. My
Okay.
young lad's been in 5 All-Irelands and he's medalled in a bunch of them.
Right.
And people who say to me, like, what? Where's your medals? Like, you don't have any. I'm like, well, me and him have the same capability. Well, how would we know you've got no silverware? It's very simple. Like, he may be running around tracks and through cross countries getting medals. I was running through Cranmore, jumping over walls, getting away from guards.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, but we both had to do it.
You were doing parkour before it was parkour.
Yeah, I was doing like proper like jumping walls first, do you know? And then obviously jumping out of windows of women's houses and stuff like that, in the middle of the night when having to leave. So I kind of got good at landing as well.
Very good. Very
The
good.
jumps.
So you have to be light.
You got to be light in your feet. So, well, we...
On that note.
on that note.
On that note,
Dark Avenue there. Yeah.
On that note.
It's like, were you robbing people's houses?
Obviously, that was a joke. That was a joke. So listen, that's the end of this week's This Is Not a Joke podcast. Thanks to Peter Frenchtoast Cassidy.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Heidi Stemp and myself, Philip Steels with Niall Cawley. We're looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Yeah. See you soon.
Merry Christmas. Cut that Merry Christmas part out.